Good morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner. I'm Ollie O'Donnell and I'm joined by Paul Rankin. Paul, how was your weekend?
And it was all right. Thank you very much. All right. And kind of a dreary day to come out today, but not raining at least.
Yeah, and it's the start of a very busy week for the junior mining space. You've got 2 days of precious metal summit, and then we're both at one-to-one later in the week. And it's the first in-person conference we've done for a while. So there's a lot of Canadian companies over for this. Sadly, the Australian companies haven't yet been able to travel, so it's going to be North American heavy, isn't it?
Yes, and the Canadians had already been over here for the Gold Messe, the Munich Gold Show last week. So yeah, this is their second leg, I guess, of the main conference thing, which is live. So.
Yeah. Right. Well, we better get into the mining news. And so first up is PIX Resources, which has got its first day of dealings on the LSE main market.
Yes, we've reached fruition there finally. It was a rather lengthy process, but they have come on to the main board of the LSE. PIX Resources being previously ASX listed mineral sands, primarily zircon producer in the island of Kalimantan in Indonesia. Market cap assumption here, right just under 350 million sterling. And during the year, they were the second largest producer by JORC approved resources in zircon in the world. So not an insignificant player either. So well done them.
Yeah, yeah, very high grade, large resources there. So now looking to expand the existing production to capitalize on the very strong price activity that's happened this year, and we expect to continue into next. So look forward to more updates from them. Paul, what else is out there?
We had Q3 production results come back from the dual listed, including London Pure Gold, who is producing or ramping up a gold mine underground already in production now in Canada. Those numbers looking pretty much what you would expect for a startup operation, I would say. 35% increase in stoping for precious metals here. 9,200 ounces produced, which is a 54% increase in over the second quarter. Average grade mill head at 4.8 grams per ton, which is a 15% improvement quarter on quarter. And their milling rate now 685 tons a day, which is, as I say, 35% better on stoping and milling from the prior quarter. They are trying to get to the 1,000 tons per day annual production level. And they're definitely going to be going for some of this better grade material that they've hit in some recent drilling off the underground ramp. Some grades like 14 grams over 13 meters, 18 grams over 4 meters. So they also completed on October 15th additional financing at $1.05 Canadian per unit, standing on a cash balance now of 24 million with operating loss over the prior period of 6 million Canadian. So not looking in that bad a shape at all, really.
Excellent. Okay. And then there's news out from Macango as well.
Yes, Macango Resources, the rare earths developer across the value chain, including mining as well as processing, and listed here in London. They have announced that they have opened a Hypromag rare earths recycling subsidiary in Germany. So this just an expansion of their technology on the side of rare earth magnet reprocessing into the tech center for Europe, of course, which is Germany.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, the stock is on a good run with rare earth prices rising again. But Hypermag is quite an interesting differentiator against the peer group, and it's a very interesting technology. So it does set them apart from the peer group.
Yes, and I think as the deployment of rare earths becomes greater and greater in things like wind turbines and automobiles and so forth, the need to recover these once the life of these pieces of equipment has ended will just become that much greater. And the rare earths inside are one of the really key components or valuable components for end-of-life equipment. So definitely, if they can get a good position in that, that's great.
Yeah. Anything else, Paul?
Just wanted to mention that the some of the top-level comments about the end of COP26 here that was in Glasgow after a 2-week period. It did run over schedule a little bit, but they did get it formally completed on the weekend with an announcement. The communique, however, was essentially weaker than many were hoping for, and not everyone, or hardly anyone, is really satisfied on any side of the arguments around climate change here. One of the key points is that they did formally name fossil fuels, and specifically as coal, as contributors to adverse contributors to climate change within the COP communique. That's the first time that's ever been made. And they had made some specific accomplished targets for reforestation and methane cuts, but there is definitely a hard push to get reduction in fossil fuel coal production and use as much as possible to meet climate target.
Great. Okay, Paul, thanks for your thoughts. We'll speak to you again soon.
Very good. Thank you.